Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to go through why Latin America is a better spot than Asia for nomads. Now, first of all, I like both, but I think Latin America is about 1,000 times better. So I'm going to explain why. I'm going to go through everything from dating to the social to practical benefits, just the lifestyle here, everything that you need to know, and why I think it's better. So first of all, guys, we'll go through the fact that it's just a thriving lifestyle here. And in terms of the social scene, it's a lot better. There's, I don't know why, but there seems to be more of an entrepreneurial community here. And they seem to be higher level guys. So compared to Asia, I feel like it's more guys kind of starting out their journey. So obviously, depending on where you're at, you might prefer that. But for me, I want to be around guys that are smarter than me, making more money than me, and just at a better general level, obviously. In this image here, this is me in Panama playing poker with some boys in Panama. And basically, I'm probably the dumbest in this room, guys. These guys are all making more money than me. They're all smarter than me. While I'm playing poker, I'm learning new things, getting taught different things. We're talking about residencies, travels. These people have all traveled more than me. They're telling me about different countries to go to, just everything you can think of. I'm surrounded by, very high level guys. The other thing about Latin America, boys, is there's just fewer tourists and backpackers running around. Obviously, there still are, but in terms of how many there are here compared to Asia, it's a lot less. Asia has a big backpack community, a lot of hippies running around. Not my kind of vibe. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'd prefer there be less of that. Then the next thing is it's just more fun and social here, I feel. In terms of actual relationships with the people, it's I don't know, I just feel like I'm able to connect with them better. I don't know about you guys, but when I've been in Asia, yeah, I've been hanging around other guys, other tourists, and whatnot, but I've never really been hanging around like a Thai guy or an actual local that much. It just doesn't really happen. It never happened to me anyway. Whereas here, it's a lot more likely to happen, whether that's you going out to the clubs with some locals or going to the gym with a local. Obviously, yeah, it just seemed to happen to me more here. In terms of the people, I think they're happier here. The vibes are a bit more crazy, and the girls love to dance, and it's a bit more of a happier and vibey place. Don't get me wrong, Asia has its place. It's more calm, it's more safe. The people are very, very nice. But yeah, in terms of just the kind of like that fun energy, I would say it's more driven here. And then the next thing, guys, which is a big thing, is the women are so much better to date. Not really into the Asians that much, but just generally speaking, the Latinas are better looking. They've got better personality, and just in general, I prefer them. But both are good as well. Obviously, both of them are feminine and yeah, just good chicks all around. The next thing, guys, I'm going to go through is just the daily living and the personal growth that you get here. Obviously, it is more dangerous here. People do say that, but it's not as dangerous as you think and what you've been told on the news and all the bullshit, which, in all honesty, is a good thing, I believe. It just breaks the mental barrier in your head. You're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to go there because it's too dangerous. Like, most of it is just bullshit. If you come from the West, you know that the news is just all fear-based. And obviously, there's a lot of crap on there that, might deter you from coming here, but don't listen to it. Turn that crap off. In general, you shouldn't be listening to that stuff. And yeah, the best way to explain it is, before I came, I was scared, little bitch. I didn't know anything. Now that I've lived here for 2 years, you grow up and you become tougher, and you end up realizing that all the bullshit that people say is, just crap. Obviously, still want to be careful here, guys. Don't have your phone out on the street and all that. But yeah, in general, I think it's a good thing. I feel like it's more cleaner and developed here. Obviously, there's heaps of ifs and buts, guys. We can go on forever. But generally speaking, the countries that I've been to compared to the ones in Asia, I just feel like it's less third world, which I prefer. I've been to some cities like Guadalajara, super like kind of luxurious city, saw, super high end cars and just everything was super high end around that area. In Andares, for example. And, I generally like things like that. Obviously, you can get that in Asia as well. I just feel like it's a bit more, prevalent here. I think the food's better. This is obviously up to you, but generally speaking, I prefer the food here. I love steak. Steak is super common, especially down here in the south, in Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, etc. And then you can't go past Mexican food. One of the best in my opinion. So definitely the food's better. And obviously it's still cheap. These steaks we're getting, this is me with my brother here at La Cabrera in Paraguay. It doesn't look that big on the photo for some reason, but this steak is massive. It's a massive tomahawk steak, and we're getting that for 25 US at some high-end restaurant there. Obviously you can get cheaper, about 15, 20, 25 bucks. But yeah, just amazing, guys. You can have steak every day if you want. In Latin, you are forced to learn language. Now, you can take that as a con, but it's also a pro because you're forced, you get it done, and also the same language is spoken throughout the whole of Latin America, obviously minus some exceptions. Brazil's a big one, and then there's a couple other countries that don't speak Spanish, but they're probably not ones you're going to visit anyway. But generally speaking, a lot speak Spanish, and so no matter where you go, you're going to take that Spanish with you. And even if you go to Spain, even in the US, there's a lot of Spanish spoken there as well, which will help you out. So I think it's a pro in my opinion. It's hard. It's very, very hard, but it's personal growth. In Asia, they speak English, so it's very comfortable for you, and you kind of just roll around with that. You don't bother to learn their language. I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's very, very difficult. At least Spanish is actually something that you can learn. So I think that's a good thing about Latin America. In terms of the practical benefits here, guys, I mean, obviously for me, I'm from Australia, so it's super far away. It's not the best for that, but I guess most of you guys are probably from America, so it's in the same time zone. It's a shorter flight for you guys. So I think obviously Latin's better in terms of Asia for that. And then if we're talking about, an online job, guys, a lot of online jobs are based in America. So they probably want you to be on their time zone or at least within it. You can do that by being in Latin. If you've got a sales job, same thing applies. You probably want to get one that's based in America with whatever you're doing, and you're in the same time zone. The next thing, business in general, is a lot is done in America, so it's just better to be on this side in terms of those things. The next thing is gettable residencies here, guys. For example, Paraguay and Mexico. I'm currently in the process of just about finishing my Paraguay residency and getting permanent. But yeah, if that's something you want to look into and kind of base up, and deal with your taxes, etc., then obviously you can get that done here. And these countries are really good, honestly, to base up. Generally speaking, I think there's better weather here. Obviously, once again, there's heaps of ifs and buts, but in terms of my experience, I do think the weather is better in the places I've been to. There's more countries available that are actually good options to go to. Now, in Asia, obviously depends, but you've got your Thailand, you've got Bali, you've got Philippines. There's a few good options there, of course. Obviously, I'm missing some, but I just feel like there's more options in Latin. You've got Mexico, Brazil, Peru, Argentina, Colombia, Paraguay. I mean, I can go on forever. There's heaps of really actual good options where you go to these countries and you really enjoy your time. And then once again, all of them speak Spanish. So you just take that with you, obviously, except Brazil. But yeah. Overall, guys, Asia has its place. Don't get me wrong. It's a great holiday, but personally not for me to live. I'm happy to be there for, a month or two. during the year, but in terms of an actual base, focusing on work and living life how I want, I just enjoy it better here in Latin America. Asia's cheaper, it's more calm, it's more safe. So, if you're older, it's maybe probably a better option for you. But if you're a young lad like me, honestly, you're making a big mistake by choosing Asia over Latin America, in my opinion. You should come out here and give it a crack, whether that's Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, whatever it is. Definitely come out here and spend 2-3 months. Give it a shot. You won't regret it at all. So yeah, the next thing, guys, is in general, Latin just has more options, and as a nomad who wants to base up in countries, it offers a lot more, and I just enjoy it a lot more here in general. Life's better, and it's more fun. The other thing as well is you grow more here, guys. As I said, you've got the language you probably need to learn. It's a bit more dangerous. You just break barriers. You meet like-minded people. There's a lot of things that I think add up, and just overall, you end up growing a lot more in this part of the world. Apart from that, guys, that is it. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't want to create any arguments, guys. If you love Asia, you love Asia. I love it too. But in terms of an actual base for a nomad, I just think Latin's better. But if you have any questions, obviously hit me up in the comments and I'll get back to you there. Apart from that, I'm going to head out, and thanks for watching. See you later.